I want to express our condolences to Gwen, the family of Mario Woods, and the family of Luis Góngora Pot for this horrifying and outrageous decision. You've waited for over 2 years for this decision.
2.5.
You were told that you would get justice.
Yes.
There were millions of dollars of taxpayer money
Yes.
that was given to the district attorney,
Yes.
who said that he was going to hold officers accountable by ensuring that these cases
All right.
were
Say it,
properly
Jeff.
investigated.
Say it, Jeff.
That this would be a new way, a new path,
Yes.
a new sense of justice that embraced the killing of black and brown people in the United States that we witnessed since the beginning of this country.
Yes.
Yet you're here today to hear the same old song,
Yes.
the same old story,
Yes.
and the same old excuses.
Yes.
Reading the decisions makes one thing clear, that it is open season,
Yes. Yes.
particularly for young people of color. The district attorney essentially says that this is a clear-cut case of self-defense. Self-defense, justifiable homicide.
Shameful. Shame.
Self-defense only exists when you act reasonably in order to defend yourself against an immediate harm. The district attorney said, well, we asked the officers whether or not they acted in self-defense, and they said yes.
That's right. That's right.
And that's good enough for us.
That's right.
Now, can you imagine if every time someone said I acted in self-defense, they said, oh, take a walk? The second question, he said, is it objectively reasonable for the officers to act in self-defense? And there again, the DA said yes, it is reasonable. It's reasonable for officers who have a young man surrounded, his back against a wall,
Yes.
to essentially assassinate him.
That's right. Firing squad.
Now think about it. How is that reasonable?
It's not.
How is that reasonable? And on top of that, you got a videotape.
Yes.
In the case of Luis, we don't have a videotape of the actual shooting of Luis by the officers, but you can see on the video that they act within seconds before they even have an opportunity to figure out what's going on. You hear gunshots. This is what's objectively reasonable.
That's right.
Now the district attorney says, well, you know what, the standard of proof is too high. Beyond a reasonable doubt, we can't prosecute this case.
Cowards.
For nothing?
Cowards.
Not even for involuntary manslaughter? Not even for negligent discharge of a firearm? No. Yet this is the same district attorney who prosecuted last fall an undocumented immigrant who found a gun on a pier, who discharged the weapon accidentally, undisputed evidence that the bullet ricocheted 7 feet in front of him and then went some 83 feet. And in a tragic event, shot a woman in the back. They prosecuted that gentleman for first-degree murder. For first-degree murder. And yet, they're telling you that they cannot prosecute any of these officers, not even for a misdemeanor. So that's a scary proposition.
Yes, it is.
And it's a warning
Yes.
to everyone out there that police officers in San Francisco, the progressive bastion of the nation, are not going to be held any more accountable than anywhere else in this country. What we need to do, though, is to make sure that we continue to spread the message, that we continue to fight, and we continue to demand accountability. Because guess what? It's still happening today.
Yes.
It's still happening today, and it'll happen tomorrow. So thank you for being here, and thank you for continuing to fight for justice.
Thank you.